Hello friends, I'm Gupta. I'm going to make you understand illustration number 5 of CMA final SFM. This illustration from portfolio management, one of the most important chapter. Please look at the questions here. Please read the question. Please read the question. This is illustration number 5. An investor is considering two investment opportunities with the following risk and return characteristics. This the project is given P and Q, expected return is given here, risk is also given. This means what? Return of P is given 15%, return of Q is given 22%. Okay, similarly, risk of P is given 3%, standard deviation of P is given 3%, risk represents a standard deviation, and a standard deviation Q represents 7%. Now, the investor has planned to invest 80% available in funds in P, that is weight P, that is 80%, 0.80. Of course, weight Q equal to 0.20, 0.20. Now, the director believes that the correlation coefficient between these two return is +1. That is coefficient of correlation PQ equal to +1. In this case, when coefficient of correlation is +1, I had made you understand in my concept class, portfolio risk in this case, when coefficient of correlation is +1, portfolio return in this case, the concept I have already discussed in my class, portfolio return, portfolio risk in this case, when the perfectly positive correlation, in that case a standard deviation P, weight P plus a standard deviation Q, weight Q, and portfolio return you have to find the formula of portfolio return, return P weight P plus return Q weight Q. This you have to calculate in the part A. Okay, now I am going to give the answer of part A. Answer of A part. Calculation of portfolio return. Portfolio return. Calculation of portfolio return. Please try to understand. Portfolio return equal to return of P, weight of P, return of Q, weight of Q. What is the return of P you have? This is given 15% and this is 22%. Weight 0.8, weight 0.20. Now 15% into 0.8 plus 22% into 0.20, that is 16.4%. Now you have to calculate portfolio risk. Portfolio risk when R equal to +1. In this case, formula is a standard deviation of P, weight P plus a standard deviation of Q, weight Q. What is the standard deviation you have? Standard deviation 3 into 0.80, 7 into 0.20. This is standard deviation. 3 for P and 7% for Q. This is 3.8%. The answer of first part is completed. Now in the second part, what is the questions? Okay, this calculate the return from the proposal. This was the return and this is the risk. Okay, in this case this is the answer of A and this is answer of B part. Answer of B part. Now, what is the question in C part? Suppose the correlation coefficient of the -1. How should the company invest in the order to obtain the zero risk? Okay. In this case, answer of C part. Answer of C part. If coefficient of correlation PQ equal to -1, then wait for zero risk. Weight of P equal to a standard deviation of Q, a standard deviation of P, a standard deviation of Q. Similarly, weight of P, Q, a standard deviation of P, a standard deviation P plus a standard deviation of Q. So how will you calculate weight of P? This is weight of P. 7 divided by 3 plus 7, that equal to 0.70. Weight of Q, 3 plus 7, that equal to 0.30. On this way, the portfolio risk will be 0. Portfolio risk will be 0. This can be calculated. Portfolio risk. Portfolio risk when R equal to coefficient of correlation PQ equal to -1. In this case, standard deviation X, standard deviation X, P, weight P minus standard deviation Q, weight Q. Then what is it? A standard deviation P. A standard deviation P is 3%. Weight of P. Weight of P is calculated 0.7 minus a standard deviation Q. A standard deviation Q is 7%. Weight of Q, this is 0.30. 2.1% minus 2.1%, that equal to 0%, which is proved. Okay. Thank you, class. This is the one of the simplest questions. You must revise. Okay. Thank you, class.